Good morning and happy Saturday, you guys. It is Amanda and Barron with Kicking Cancer Cares on KSLM Radio, 104.3 FM and 1220 AM. Our sponsor for this first half is Odd Moe's Pizza. Mike is absolutely amazing. If you have not tried any of their pizzas, they're phenomenal. Last week, we got like the Hawaiian one.
Yeah.
With the Canadian bacon and pineapples. It's Bo's absolute favorite.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a huge fan of pineapple on my pizza.
You're one of those that's like, why do you put pineapple on pizza, right?
It's not supposed to be there.
But Bo likes it.
Loves it. It's his favorite. So
You know what makes that one different for me is the little bits of bacon that are on there.
oh gosh, so
It's not
good.
your typical Hawaiian pizza.
No, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I just took off the little pineapples
Well,
on
good
my
for you.
pieces, and it was still amazing.
Have you had the barbecue chicken one yet?
I think I've almost had all of them.
Okay. Yeah.
And the barbecue chicken is a really good one too,
Yeah,
actually.
It really is a good option.
I bet you they've got that chipotle lime sauce,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
bet you that would be really good on top of that pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
Well, and I tell people all the time that they have really healthy options.
They do.
Cauliflower crust, Reggie veggie.
Yeah.
And they have healthier options. They're not unhealthy options, right?
Yes.
And I will say that there are pizza places in town that I wouldn't say are healthy pizzas.
No.
But all Mike's pizzas are healthier than your other options.
Absolutely.
And some are more healthy than others.
And you don't find pizzas like his pizzas.
Oh my gosh,
Like,
no.
find me a Green Monster somewhere else.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, because I work at the baseball stadium too, there was a Saturday. We have two games, one in the afternoon, one at night. And so I just went and bought 22 pizzas for the players to eat between the games.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm telling you what, the players love Mike too.
Oh, yeah.
they
I
were
bet.
like, those pepperoni and cheese pizzas were gone really fast.
Oh,
But,
yes, absolutely.
yeah,
And he's hiring. So
Oh,
if
yes.
you guys are looking for a job and you're 18 or older, you can apply at his location in Lancaster, or not in Lancaster, on Lancaster. And he's looking for drivers and people to work in the store, but you must have drive to succeed and be a good employee and show up and put the work
And
in.
you have a drive to be a good driver.
You know it.
I caught
Ba-dum.
what you did there. I caught what you're putting down.
So thank you, Mike, from Odd Moe's Pizza. Best
Yeah.
pizza in town. They
Thank
won
you so much.
Best Willamette Valley in a few different categories.
Wings was one of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Mike is awesome.
Yep, he is.
Last week was such a fun guest.
Brenda.
Our call-in guest.
Yes, you surprised me with that. That was a huge
That
surprise.
was hard to keep that surprise from you.
I should have her number programmed so you can't surprise me like that again. No, that was a pleasant surprise. That was like, is that Brenda on the line?
Well, she had just finished with her appointment, and so she had an update for me. I'm like, do you want to just call in and give the update yourself? So
Yep.
I think it comes better from her with the update.
Absolutely.
I think the harder update was Marianne's update.
Oh, boy. That was a tough one.
There are many. Marianne makes our 28th Go team, and this one is going to be really personal for me.
Absolutely.
They're all personal for me, but this was going to be really personal for me. You know?
And I love that about you because they do become personal for you because it's not just a Go team. You're invested. You form that bond and those relationships and you, not just with them, but their loved ones, their friends, everybody.
Well, that will play in really well to some of the topics we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
Hold your title, Segway
Oh,
Queen.
fine.
Well, I did want to bring you a little different food item today.
Okay.
So the camera's going to show me reaching across to get my glasses. So again, it's our book, 100 Disease-Fighting Foods. This week is Greek yogurt.
Okay. I'm not a big yogurt person.
Okay.
But I've been seeing these videos on TikTok where they like do these dips and with honey and yogurt and some type of seeds and you dip like carrots in it. And
Have you read ahead? You're reading like almost directly out of the book.
I don't know, but those look so good where it's like, okay, I'm going to have to make these dips. So go ahead. I'll let you take over.
You're literally talking the book. So what the book says is why it's a disease fighter. Greek yogurt with the whey removed.
Okay, which is dairy.
Yep. Is a probiotic full of healthy bacteria.
How do you do okay.
So Greek yogurt is the yogurt with that dairy removed.
Okay.
That's why you want to buy Greek yogurt, not just regular yogurt.
Okay.
There's a distinction there. A strong microbiome with a beneficial mix of bacteria helps your body maintain overall health. Mm-hmm. While the studies looking at risk of heart disease have been mixed, research does link Greek yogurt to a lower risk of diabetes and improved mood.
Okay.
How to enjoy it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Make a healthy dip.
Okay.
I mean, you literally were reading the book a minute ago.
That's crazy because yogurt is normally not a dip by any means.
So what it says is that you drizzle it with EVOO, and sprinkle oregano, dill, or other spices onto it. Serve with tomatoes, cucumbers, red bell peppers, other veggies. Also use it on tacos in place of sour cream.
Okay, yeah. You could almost do like
sour cream.
Chives and onions mixed in it for a taco dip, or like even avocado, mash avocado and mix it in with the yogurt.
We're also used to sour cream. That's kind of our go-to.
Yes.
And they're just telling you that Greek yogurt is a good substitute. And if you use unsweetened Greek yogurt, it has less sugar than regular yogurt. So there's really good options when it comes to dip, your tacos, when it comes to Greek yogurt.
Yes.
So there is your anti-cancer food for today.
And if you guys email me at amanda@kslm.news, I will send you a picture of it.
Well, and if you don't email Amanda, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, because I guarantee you Ashley is currently throwing a picture of that up on YouTube as well. But Greek yogurts are one. The update is actually super fun, because in about 45 minutes, we are having a sidewalk sale at our store.
Yes, that's right.
So Noah and I both have a lot of, he's got a lot of discs. We've got some shirts that are left from previous campaigns.
Right.
And it's like, how can we both clear up our inventory a little bit? So I'm actually running my clearance sale for the entire month.
Okay.
But we're going to do a sidewalk sale specifically today.
Perfect.
So if you go to 3737 Cherry Avenue, there's actually a sign on the road that has Cool Disc on it now. It's one of those light up signs.
Oh, that's cool.
And within about a week, there'll be another one that says Kicking Cancer Apparel.
Okay.
But you can't miss it, because I'm going to have that bright pink pop-up tent.
Yep.
We'll have tables. It'll be just like you're going to a Fred Meyer sidewalk sale. We're going to have items outside. It'll be cash or Venmo only.
Okay.
Because to process it through Square, there's a small charge, and we've already discounted it for you. So we're going to make it cash or Venmo only.
Yep.
And I have a number of shirts that we don't have all the colors and all the sizes, but I do have a pretty good selection of them.
Yeah.
I do know that you took advantage of the clearance sale.
I did. I got me 2 new shirts, actually.
Yeah. So the pricing is, with our shirts, it's one, normally they're $25. So it's 1 for $20 or 2 for $30. Makes them $15 a piece.
Yeah, I got the 2 for $30.
You did. You got a new black one and a new gray one.
I did.
Yeah.
They're so cozy and comfy. I wear them more than probably any other shirt ever.
They really are a comfortable shirt. So that's our update. Is there's actually a sidewalk sale going on in about 45 minutes.
Well, you guys rush on down there and have fun, and good luck on your sale.
Yeah. Well, I thought it would be kind of fun to go back through a book that I think I've shown you this once before.
Yes, you have.
This book, I actually created this over 6 years ago as we're getting ready for that Warrior Dash, because I'm talking to people about my sister who they're just believing that I actually have a sister.
Right. You're like, she's real.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not making this up, guys. So I had her send me just a little bio on who she was and a picture. So the first picture in the book is actually Brenda when she's pointing at the MD Anderson, which is where she went for treatment, and a little bio on her. And then there's another one in here of her with a shirt that says Be Brave. And so this was just stuff I took around to people at Costco that said, we're going to do this Warrior Dash. This is who we're doing it with, blah, blah. And they all said, oh, okay, there's a real person here. I know that you found this picture intriguing.
Yes, because she's always so positive.
This was
no matter what.
First day she went in for treatment back in 2016. Yeah. But I noticed in this book, the quote I gave you last week, I wrote it in the book.
Oh, no way.
Never let a problem to be solved become more important than a person to be loved.
Oh, yep. I love that.
And I wrote that to remind myself.
Yeah.
Right? Except there's another quote a little farther down that became, whether I realized it or not, became kind of a mantra for me. It says, set yourself earnestly to discover what you are made to do, then give yourself passionately to the doing of it.
I like that.
Yeah. Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay.
So discover what God made you to do, and then just go do it.
Yes.
And I read that and I thought, Well, apparently I'm pretty good at getting people together to support Brenda.
Yes.
And so we did. We just kept supporting Brenda. But what I thought the other thing I'd do is just kind of walk you through a couple of really interesting events that occurred as time moved forward.
Okay.
And so Brenda came to visit us. It was December of 2017. And on February 23rd, 2018 was when KGW aired that story that they did about us. Oh, this is burning the legs.
Lined up for a morning workout
You got the heart pumping?
at the Croc Center in Salem.
It's bringing up a lot of muscles that I didn't know I had.
Their matching hot pink t-shirts give them away. This is a team. And looking a little closer at those t-shirts, you can pretty well guess what the team is all about. Giving cancer exactly what it deserves.
I have a lot of family that's had cancer.
Truth is, though, there wasn't supposed to be a team at all. The idea of taking on the Warrior Dash was designed to be a way for a brother and sister to have fun together. A bonding romp in the mud for Baron Robison and Brenda Ferris.
So Brenda was born in 67, so she's probably about 3 or 4 months old in this picture.
Baron and Brenda grew up with their family in Hermiston, Oregon. And even though Brenda lives in Arizona now, they are close, really close.
We text every day. We probably talk at least every other day. How you feeling today, sis?
Today was pretty good. It was a little challenging this morning.
Look what shirt you're wearing.
There it is right there, people. Be brave. Woo!
Brenda is battling breast cancer
Yes.
and an excruciating nerve disorder.
She sent me a text the other day, and she was having a really hard day. The pain was just really bad, and there was nothing I could do. You know.
Brenda does what she can with supplements, eating right, and exercise, which is why, despite the pain and the cancer, instead of rolling her eyes at the idea of a Warrior Dash,
It's going to be a hoot.
she was all in.
This is going to be a muddy, messy activity.
And as it turns out, so were a lot of other people.
Yeah, this was started out just to be just brother and sister have fun together. That was all it was designed to be.
2 has now turned into nearly 100, and Team Brenda just keeps growing.
I never, ever in my wildest dreams thought it would be where it is today, but it is.
And everything's going to build upon that.
As for Brenda, well, she can't wait to hit the mud with her brother and 100 friends she hasn't met yet.
You guys are my heroes up there. Woohoo! Warrior Dash, here we come. Yes.
Go Team Brenda!
Baron has set up a GoFundMe page to help his sister with treatment costs, and we have a link to that on kgw.com, along with an email. If you want to join Team Brenda, everybody does.
Who doesn't want to roll around
Right?
in the mud?
I know.
For Brenda.
A lot of his team members are Baron's coworkers that he just told him about it at Costco, and then they recruited their friends, and he texted me today and said they have 106 people so far.
I have a feeling they probably just got a few more, too.
And they're fun, lovely, lovely
Well,
people.
go Team Brenda. That's
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Hope we don't run out of mud. That's a pretty big team.
Yep.
Okay. We started to do that recording. We asked him to make 4 shirts. So we had a shirt to wear for the
Right.
recording, right? But something magical happened when that actually aired. People at Costco that wanted to go do it, they wanted to get money, they thought it sounded like fun, great. We're all in the break room. Remember, we're all in the break room there at Costco, and they all want to see it when it aired on TV. And this one coworker had zero desire to get money. But she says, I would love to buy a shirt to support your sister.
Still support, but
Right.
maybe not that way.
Maybe not that way. And by the time we actually did the Warrior Dash, I had 110 shirts in Oregon,
Wow.
and I had 51 shirts outside of Oregon.
Wow. And this is where you haven't even hardly started.
No,
Right?
no, I just
You're just
because people
just helping your sister.
because I'm just helping Brenda, and they're
Right.
like, we don't want to get muddy, but we want to help. Mm-hmm. Well, then I get a call from my brother who lives in New York, and he says, well, we can't be there, but we want 6 shirts we'll support from New York.
Right.
And so people that knew Brenda bought a shirt to support while we all got muddy.
Yep.
And there was just kind of this thing that everyone said, we're going to adjust for the time zones. We're all going to wear the shirt while you're doing
Oh,
the
I love
Warrior
that.
Dash, you know? Then I actually wrote this on the front of this little binder. By the end of 2018, we had 528 shirts.
Wow.
And it still wasn't kicking cancer yet.
Holy smokes.
It was just people.
That's when you're like, okay.
Maybe we're onto something.
We've got something and we can do this for many, many more people.
Yeah. So I heard this analogy a long time ago, and I thought I would bring it in just to kind of get a perspective on compounding.
Yeah.
Okay. So somebody told me once a long time ago that I had two choices. They would either give me $1 million check today, or he would take a penny and double it every day, and I could have what was left at the end of 31 days. You want to let that sink in for a second? I will either have you a check right now for $1 million.
Yeah.
Or you have to wait till the end of the month, but we'll take a penny and double it every day.
Oh, okay. So like raise the money.
Yeah.
And
So here's an idea, because the shirts is what was happening, right? This 4 shirts became 8 shirts, became 16 shirts.
Right.
So if you take that penny and you double it, then day 1 is 1 cent, 2 cents, 4 cents, 8 cents. It keeps doubling. At the end of 7 days, you have $1.28, or $1 million check.
I'm not following.
Either I give you a check right now for $1 million,
Yeah.
or we keep letting these pennies double.
Okay.
Okay, so $1.28 now doubles to $2.58.
Okay.
You with me now?
Yes.
So at the end of 14 days, end of 2 weeks, you either have $163.84, or here's the $1 million check. Okay, so you're gonna hold on to the end of the month, or are you gonna take the money right now? You're still debating.
Personally?
Yeah. Let's give it one more week. Let's give it one more week. 21 at the end of 21 days, again, $163.84 doubled, and now it becomes $325. Okay, so at the end of 21 days, at the end of 3 weeks, you have $20,971.52.
How?
At the end, because everything kept doubling.
Okay.
So the 163 doubled to 326. The 326 became 652. You following my math here? Okay.
But how do you get it to 20,000?
Because it in that
kept,
7 days
okay.
it doubled and doubled and doubled. But still, you're 3 weeks into the month and you're at basically $21,000, or the $1 million check.
I would just call it easy and just say, give me the $1 million check.
Okay.
Me too.
Even though if you just waited out that whole year, it'd be way more.
Yeah. So you can't see Ashley, but she's agreeing with you. So watch what happens in that last week. 21,000 became 42,000. 42,000 became 84,000. 84,000 became 168,000. At the end of 28 days, you are at $2,000,000.
Oh, Lord.
$684,354.56. But August has 31 days.
Oh, of course.
So on the 29th day, so the 28th day, you're at 2.6 million. On the 29th day, you're at 5,368,000.
And this is why patience is important.
On the 30th day, you are at $10,737,000. And the 31st day, because it doubled again.
Yeah.
The 31st day, you're at $21,000,000.
Wow.
$474,836.48.
Okay.
That's 1 penny that doubled.
So patience.
Yeah. And that's the hardest part about things like this.
Yes.
Well, what I didn't realize was my 4 little shirts
was doubling.
Because guess how many shirts we have now?
How many?
5,174
Holy
shirts.
smokes.
Globally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So 4 people had to get in front of a TV camera to record that thing for KGW.
6 years ago.
6 years ago, 6.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it airs on TV, and someone says, "Oh, I don't want to get muddy, but I'd like a shirt to support your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden I had 110 shirts in Oregon alone. But then I get a message from Kentucky. Remember Beth that called in from Kentucky?
Yes.
Beth has a shirt in Kentucky.
Okay.
Remember Karen that called in from Italy?
Oh, yeah.
Karen has a shirt in Italy.
I love it.
So it was that patience that I didn't think about at the time. But if someone walks up and says, I'll give you $1 million right now, I'll give you $2 million right now. I will give you $5 million right now, or be patient till the end of the month.
Yeah, but patience, you taught me a patient lesson.
Because at 31 days, it's $21,474,836.48.
That's crazy.
And the real power's in the last 3 days.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it goes from 5 million to 10 million to 20 million.
Jeez
And
Louise.
when I now that enough time's gone by, and I can look back, that has begun to occur.
Right.
But I didn't think about
You're
it
like,
back
holy
then.
smokes, it's actually happening.
So you and I are wearing the Join the Movement shirts for a reason.
Yes.
There's a movement happening.
There is. Welcome to the movement,
Welcome
guys.
to the movement.
Welcome to the movement.
Well, the other thing I want to show you, or just tell you in these last few minutes out here, is how God has really threaded some interesting events over that time period, where one thing connected to another thing to another thing.
Okay.
So again, the idea came to me on January the 4th, 2018. And it was just Brenda and I. But I knew that she wasn't really prepared to fly back up here. So I had gone to my mechanic, Doug Dealey, who owns Real Tech.
Oh, they're an advertiser.
Yep, advertised on the station. Didn't know that at the time either.
Yeah.
I just, he was a super good friend. I told him what was going on. And I said, I just need help getting her a plane ticket. He immediately turned to his secretary and says, write him a check for $200. Mm-hmm. That was almost the entire cost of the plane ticket.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then I went to work the next day at Costco, and my insurance agent, who I'd had for 25 plus years, came and I told him, he says, I'll do you $100. Well, $300 was enough for Brenda's plane
Right.
ticket, right? Except, here's where God began to thread some things together. So I meet Doug. He helps get a plane ticket. It was about a year later, we were officially doing something with Kicking Cancer, and he says, I'm part of this group out of Albany called Points for Profit, and they're trying to bring it to Salem. Would you like to go? Sure, people need to know who I am.
Right.
So I show up at Points for Profit. Unfortunately, Salem never took a foothold. So I said, well, I'll go back to Albany and visit. So I go to Albany one time, have an extra pink shirt. It's a door prize. Somebody that I didn't know won it.
Yep.
Her name was Rebecca Smith.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Then in February 2020, we're getting ready to do one of our seminars at Oregon State University.
Okay.
And I went down to try to get all the things coordinated. And I realized, wait, this Points for Profit is meeting tonight. So I thought, well, I'll stop on the way back and just say hi.
Yeah.
I walk in. Rebecca's like, oh, I'm so glad I won that shirt because she had borderline blood cancer. Mm-hmm. And she became a go team for us.
Yes.
And that's the one I got body slammed for.
Yes.
I've told that story.
You took a hit for her.
Took a hit for her. I did it. Well, then we get all done with the one for Rebecca, and she was part of a support group, and she said, there's a girl in my support group that could really use your help. Her name is Jennifer Beaumont. Mm-hmm. And I had met Jennifer before when she was healthy.
Yeah.
And I said, you bet, we're all over it. So Jennifer became a go team because Rebecca said you should help Jennifer out.
She nominated
She nominated Jennifer.
Yep.
Right? So we helped Jennifer out. That was during the pandemic. It was really difficult to put anything together, but we did. Mm-hmm. Fast forward another year, Jennifer used to work at the Hilton Garden, which is at Oregon State, across from Oregon State University, and a coworker of hers named is Sally May. Sally was super good friends with a person named Shyla Brown.
Ozzy's mom.
Ozzy's
Holy
mom.
smokes. It's coming full circle.
So Sally is trying to help Ozzy's mom.
Yeah.
And Jennifer says, well, if you would like some support, call Kicking Cancer. Mm-hmm. So Jennifer connected Sally to me.
Yeah.
And we stepped in and raised $15,000 or $18,000 to help Ozzy out.
That's amazing.
Right? So that's how we got connected to Ozzy, because Jennifer then made that connection.
Yes.
Well, then I had reached out to John and Shiley to be part of our show. Mm-hmm. And they said, remember they said yes, they would come in. About a week before they were going to come on the show, I get this random message through Facebook that someone who would like to call in and be part of that.
Yes.
And that completely caught Shiley off guard.
Because that was that was
Cynthia Buther from the
and
East
that
Coast.
was a super powerful moment when she heard her on the radio.
I wish we had these cameras back then.
I know,
because that really was an impactful moment for Shiley.
I mean, she cried with just emotional overload because it was somebody that she truly looked up to,
and she hadn't heard her voice yet.
No, yeah, it was really cool.
So Doug, inadvertently through a series of events, helped Kicking Cancer go from the West Coast to the East Coast.
I love it. That's so cool.
And it's just been a connection of one person, another person,
yes,
to help this movement just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And because of our connection with Eric and Cynthia, they are part of something really big that happens at Washington, D.C. It's actually something that happens at the Capitol, and it's a massive rally for all types of cancers. Mm-hmm. And they go because of DPIG.
Right.
But they have extended an invitation for us to be there next year.
That's cool.
So my dream 5 years ago,
how it all started,
was to actually have some kind of a march in Washington, D.C.
Yes,
and it took God putting all these little pieces together to meet Eric and Cynthia to make that somewhat of a reality.
And to have patience.
Patience is hard. Yeah, I would never. I've said this before. I just wanted to help Brenda out.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to start some kind of a movement.
But then when you seen just how much you could change and impact other people's lives, I'm glad you did, because look at the community that rallies around each other and how you can continue to keep that movement going.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited that on the second half of the show, the lady who's always behind the camera is going to come in front of the camera.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ashley's going to join us because she and I were talking, and once I realized something was occurring, I thought, maybe I could make a difference in the world.
Yeah.
And we have existed for 5 years without a paid staff. Mm-hmm. We have a few that get some stipends, but no one really gets paid for their jobs.
Right.
But they all want to be part of something bigger than themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Ashley's going to share how she and I met,
okay,
which is also a very interesting story, but how she wants to be part of something bigger than herself.
I love it.
So that's the movement that's occurring. We're making changes in the world.
Absolutely.
Because we want to make changes, not because we have to make changes.
Yes, it's a yes. Mm-hmm.
So there's a movement occurring.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Really quick, shout out your sidewalk sale again, really quick.
So it's 3737 Cherry Avenue. We're right behind Physique Fitness. But if you're going up Cherry, you can't miss it because our big bright pink tent will be up there for everybody to see.
Okay, perfect.
And if someone does want to get some of our shirts, you can definitely send me an email. It's EXECDIR. So it's executive director abbreviated at kicking-cancer.org. And if you miss that, email Amanda. She can get it to you. But we're just trying to clear out some of our overstock.
Yeah.
And there's really some fun shirts that might have somebody's name on it.
Yep.
But we do have a whole bunch of them that say Kaiser Fest on them.
Yes. And what time are you open to close?
So the sidewalk sale starts at 10.
Okay.
So about the time this show ends.
Yes.
And we're there till 4 o'clock.
Okay, perfect.
All
right.
long.
Huge shout out to Mike from Odd Moe's Pizza. They deliver. So if you're not trying to leave your house, if you're a homebody like myself,
a poozler.
Yes, just have it delivered to your home and you won't be sorry. But yes, huge shout out to Mike, because we would not be able to broadcast to you guys without him and his support. So please support him and show him some love as well.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.